understand our country's polarized on the issue, and not everybody agrees on the issue. But even most of my friends who are pro-choice will tell me they're not okay with 7 and 8 and 9 pound abortions. They're not okay with really end stage when the baby's fully developed. You know, there's a bit of doubt and discussion earlier in pregnancy. But Debbie's position, which I guess is the Democrat Party position, that an abortion all the way up until the day of birth would be fine, I think really most pro-choice people would be a little uncomfortable with that. So I don't know. I really think that she's got some explaining to do, and if that's the position of the party, a lot of pro-choice people are going to be uncomfortable with her position.
I couldn't agree more, and I'm sure the polls bear him out. Joining us now is Ken Cuccinelli, former Attorney General of the great state of Virginia, president of the Senate Conservatives Fund. Ken, welcome aboard. So Rand's taken some heat. You know, he dared to speak over a couple of female interviewers in the past couple of months, one the other day, one a few months ago. And now, in addition to everything else that's wrong with him, of course, the media says he has a problem with women.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you're going to be an obnoxious interviewer, I don't care what gender you are, you should expect to be, you know, spoken over. I do it all the time. I don't care whether they're men or women. If they're going to be rude to me, then I'm going to go ahead and say my piece. So that's irrelevant. I think most Americans think it's irrelevant. I mean, talk about looking for an excuse to nitpick. But he certainly handed them their lunch on the left on the abortion issue.
He did.
I mean, I did this in all my debates when I ran for governor, and the media just sat quietly, twiddled their thumbs. It was never reported. But the Democrat, and Mark this, this is a Democrat litmus test. You may not run for president as a Democrat if you do not believe in taxpayer-funded abortion up to the moment of birth with any prayer of success.
It is disgusting.
It is a litmus test on the left. And Wasserman Schultz will dodge and duck. And the real question, if you want to have an honest and constructive debate, is one that Rand also asked, and that was, tell us when you think life begins. That's an objective fact. We might debate what it is, but surely there can't be two beginnings of life. What is it, Debbie? What's the Democrat position?
Well, you remember the president, when he was running, said it was above his pay grade back then in 2008.
Right. Well, this is also a guy who, as a state senator, voted to say that it was okay to let a child actually born die.
Yep, absolutely. All right, and he voted president on that a couple of times. All right, so where does Rand Paul fit in? I mean, you must like a lot of the things he stands for, but I'll assume, and you tell me, you might have some problems with some of his foreign policy views.
Well, look, there's not going to be a person that runs for president that I agree with on 100% of anything. I'd go back and change some of the stuff I've voted on when I was in state government. So maybe I don't agree with myself 100%. So, but yeah, there's trade-offs with every candidate. I think Rand is excellent on civil liberties, on constitutional protection. I think he's going to have real issues. He already knows this on foreign policy and national security. You know, there is the benefit of his outreach that he's trying to expand the base of Republican primary voters to his advantage. That's a good thing for America, for the Republican Party, for conservatism. But he's a mixed match. You know, he was close to McConnell last year, while we at the Senate Conservatives Fund were trying to defeat McConnell.
Yep. And
Rand is a SCF endorsee. You know, there's a lot of. He is a unique package for sure.
Well, let me ask you about your organization's bid to give John McCain problems in his reelection bid.
Well, we don't desire to give anyone problems. We desire to be rid of them,
right?
Electorally. And you can see that if you go back to the 2014 cycle, Steve. The Senate Conservatives Fund at SenateConservatives.com was the #1 conservative PAC in the country at delivering dollars to our endorsed candidates. We delivered more dollars for the candidates to spend than all other conservative PACs combined.
And your problems
all
with
of them.
Your problems with McCain? We got about a minute left.
Big problems. He is a vicious anti-conservative. He takes a baseball bat to conservatives and conservative principles all the time, and then he turns around and kisses and hugs with the Democrats. He is a vicious, vicious anti-conservative Republican. And you can see what he's done in Arizona. He's been purging the Republican Party in Arizona for a long time as best he can of conservatives, of people who actually have principles and expect their elected officials to stick to them. And one result of that is he may control various party apparatuses, but he has really inspired people in Arizona. There is a big grassroots network ready to step behind an A-tier candidate to take on John McCain.
All right, give us the website again, sir.
SenateConservatives.com.
That's easy. Hey, great talking to you, Ken. We'll speak to you soon.
Good talking to you, Steve.
Thank you. Ken Cuccinelli, ladies and gentlemen. You too. Alan Dershowitz is next. Don't go away.